time I think of that song.
What?
We'll talk about it on the show.
Well, we're on.
Oh, fuck. It really bothers me that no one can tell me who sings that fucking song.
What song?
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Whoever it is, I think he's like cousins with Michael Jackson.
I mean, it's just so wild to me because my whole life I've been like, oh, that Michael Jackson song, but it played like every morning on my way to work, and like it's clearly not him in the verses, you know. I'm sorry, guys. I know this is about 40 years too late of the pop culture conversation, but Rockwell, that's right. Yeah, I looked this up last year.
It's
playing. I can hear it.
Oh yeah, we don't use headphones anymore, so.
Yeah, we'll get this off so I can see my pretty little face. What up?
You know what episode this is?
Yeah, of course.
Dude, I don't know how you can do that. Sit on those pillows. They're so uncomfortable.
It's from my posture because I look like a slouch. What do you guys think about my posture?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of I Didn't See It, But I Believe You. I'm Doug.
I'm Joel. This is episode 174, if you were keeping track.
I guess we're getting up there.
We're getting up there.
Yeah, now that you're, I mean, if everybody watched the last episode, Joel has been going through.
We're covering that again?
No, I mean, we're not going, like, just highlighting, you know, like recapping.
So
you know, like
he's right. I broke my leg about 3 weeks ago. I'm hobbling around. Actually, it's already healed itself. I got divorced, in case you missed the last episode, but everything's fine.
It's all fine.
It's fine!
So, anyways, a lot has happened in the past week. I mean, I don't know. I guess not. Oh, I guess a lot's happened. Oppenheimer, Barbenheimer.
We're going to get into Barbenheimer.
I know, we're going to get into that most certainly. Just so we'll start off from the
some other stuff
from the start.
This week too,
please stick around towards the end of the episode. We'll actually clip out the Barbenheimer.
Yes.
Most certainly. But stick around, give us some views, and start off right now. We all please start helping us out, like, subscribing, and sharing if you will.
Hey, and y'all killed it with the comments last week too. Because 6 is more than we've ever gotten.
Yeah, just want to get all this out of the way now. Like really appreciate it, and that's. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, everybody was super fucking like receptive to us popping back after months. So
I reached out to him, like, hey, dude, everybody's talking to you in the comments, dude, and you're like, I already been in there.
I always go back through, man. You'll know it's me if you see George Costanza. I believe my name on there is Joseph. So
yeah, Joel and I just like started the show off like. We got to get lights, right?
We're getting lights, guys. When we came, we've been talking nonstop about what it was going to be like when we came back, and we've been blowing smoke up y'all's asses since 2019 about next week will be better, and we're going to get this, but we're really doing it now. Like we're guys, try that in a small town.
We literally said we will not hit record again until we start editing our videos.
Hey, but look, to be fair, we've clipped. We made a clip that counts.
Yeah, we're
and
good.
we had his 6-year-old son, stepson.
Yeah, son, stepson, whatever.
We had his 6-year-old. We had the boy take that sick ass picture of us. Right. By the way, it took a couple tries, and we had to put him on a ledge or a stool, a stool. But he got it.
No, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no, so, dude, I just want to say it again. I'm so happy we're back on.
Me too, dude. Me too. And you're looking great with that Rucking That's the variant, I believe.
This is the variant. It has Rucking and it's gold, and
this one's not Rucking. This is Brain Candy.
But no, this one's tight though because I don't know if you can tell or not.
The gold.
Dude, this it's gold and like metallic red.
You
and
got
things
the
like
Uncut Gems variant, right? With the gold.
Yeah.
The ring is fucking gold.
Dude, I just think that gold stuff's
nasty.
Right. But anyways, today I'm wearing a bucket hat and I got some new sunglasses with bands on them so I don't lose them.
Well, guys, I was wearing this.
My first pair of Oakleys.
But it fucked up the lighting. Let's see if I can do it anyway.
So these Oakleys actually, I don't know if they're polarized or anything, but they are comfortable. They're prisms. Comfortable, fit the head well. Just taking that next step in the life of being a dad, I guess. I don't know, or stepdad, whatever. I guess that's what it is. And that's a hat. And I want to give a shout out to, I know, dude, I'm so sorry. This is probably boring as hell. But to Migs from Elite Four, I did a show for him. Stop, motherfucker. I did his version of Hot Ones that he's calling Sauced Up. and it was brutal. And he gifted me this hat, and that is very cool, and I appreciate it.
Thanks, Migs.
Go check out Elite Four as soon as possible. Okay, so we have a lot to talk about, Joel.
We need those views more, though, so stick around before you go watch that shit.
No, man, we really don't have much to... I mean, we have things to address, but like
what?
Maybe not address.
That's so heavy.
Dude, that is heavy.
It's too heavy.
Dude, we enjoy listening to some really sick hardcore. I've talked about on the show before.
Yeah, have you guys heard of him, Jason Aldeans?
Yeah.
Try that.
In a small town, it's okay to be gay.
Unless you're gay, then you better hide it away. In a small town, we don't like carjacking or robberies or what? No shit. You fuckers. You fucking bitch. Fuck! I heard Jason Aldeans gets pegged by that little wife of his.
I mean, I just don't understand like how this has all come to... I mean, what the fuck am I talking about? Definitely understand how this has all come to be.
So in the 1800s,
but I thought everybody was just really upset that he wrote that. They're like, this isn't a country song. This is a rock and roll song.
God, man, that's really it. Could be it could literally be racist Nickelback.
I literally thought that the end of it was gonna. That song got so. Me and Joel listened to it on the way back to the apartment or to the studio. Not an apartment. We're in a studio.
We're in a studio. This is I didn't see it, but I believe you. Studios.
Well, on the way back to the studio, I was like, fuck it.
Let's go.
We're listening to it, and I put it on, and it is not his #1 hit yet. Just so you know.
No, well, they bumped it. They got it to #1 on iTunes only because that's as easy to do as getting a bestseller on the New York Times. It means fuck all.
Okay, so we don't have a #1 podcast on iTunes or anything. But anyways, so we listened to it, and point. I seriously thought that by the end of the song, it was just going to be like.
The N-word?
Just
yeah. F-words and N-words and maybe even throw an R slur in there.
We're in a small town, we don't see color. And then like 3 verses later, but don't come across here when the sun is down.
No, it has very strange very obvious vibes of just full-on mask off. Like he's one step away from it's not even a dog whistle, it's a fucking megaphone. It's so crazy, dude. And it's a fucking funny thing, and not the funny thing, but the insane thing is, I mean, like, look, the smart thing to do for him in the past would have been to be like, that was not my intention with these lyrics or da-da-da-da. But no, in 2023, they put out the video where he's literally singing in front of where somebody got fucking lynched. What are we doing, America? What are we doing?
I didn't even know that Jason Aldeans existed. You know what I mean? Until this happened.
So what I've heard, because I did a little deep digging on him, or a little quick digging on him whenever this all started, because I don't know who the fuck he is either. Apparently, he was very, like, big. And then during COVID, went full-on QAnon, like, psycho fucking crazy. Yeah. And now that's his fan base. Also, I want to point out, he was the one playing on stage during the Vegas shooting, and this motherfucker is out here talking about, check out all these badass guns I have and shit. Now they can't take it away from me.
Whoa.
Yeah, how's that in? Try that in a small town.
No, he was not.
He was. He was the one playing.
Jason Aldeans was on stage.
He was the one playing when it happened. And he said, check this out. Fuck you, Jason Aldeans. At the time he said, I'm paraphrasing, but he said, I realized that the good guy with a gun is a myth because I had a ton of good guys with guns with me and not a single one of them helped. And now he's just back to, can't take my shit away.
Whoa, dude, that's insane. I would never have pieced that together, man. Dude, that's fucking wild.
Yep.
You know what's even crazier? Ben Shapiro.
Let him know, bro.
Dude, so like, I mean, I had this like weird thing that happens to me, like you can watch like the internet and like reels and like I guess TikToks, and they're like these like, did you know this person's related to this person, or this person is a cameo in this movie? That shit just happens to me all the time. And I'm always sending it to Joel.
Doug is always letting me know.
I'm like, dude, did you know that fucking Gene LaBelle is an extra in fucking Spider-Man? He's like, very cool. And I'm like, I found it. And I'm like, no, to the mention, I found that out on my own wormhole. But with that said,
God, I have the worst laugh, guys. I'm sorry. It's like a mix of Seth Rogen and crap.
Damn. I was wormholing about Matilda.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Mara Wilson.
Mara Wilson. I don't even know how she came up, but I was like in her Wikipedia, and she is cousins with Ben Shapiro.
That's crazy, man.
That is insane.
That's crazy. And Ben Shapiro's sister, I think, did porn for a while.
No way.
I think, bro. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Allegedly. But I've thought that was all. That's all I know about her, is that a lot of people say, maybe that's why he's so mad.
We gotta look that up, like right now.
Yeah, I think it might pull up porn if you do.
No, I'm gonna just on your phone.
Ben Shapiro's sister boobs.
I'm not going to do that.
Oh, well.
Ben Shapiro.
I think her name is
sister.
Meg, maybe? What's her name?
Abigail.
Abigail. That's the one!
I don't think so. Dude.
Put the word prawn after it. You know. You can't say that word, I don't think, but say prawn after it.
This is the most interactive table.
Chicky. God, I'm
Full
slurping.
video. Joel, it's a nude leak.
Oh, I didn't know. I've never seen it, but I remember that's all I ever heard about her back in the day was like they used that against him.
It sounds
Was
more
it like on some revenge shit?
Well, the way that it looks
That's
like
bad.
it looks like.
Someone did it to like get. Yeah, well, that sucks.
I mean, I didn't. I'm not
I
clicking
take
on
all
the
that
link or
back.
anything.
I didn't
but it's
know.
like,
I was just.
It's like, yeah, it seems like. Guys, I didn't see it, but I believe it. We're sorry about Ben Shapiro's sister porn comments.
I didn't mean that shit.
Yeah, it's bad.
You try that in a small town.
Yeah, this is in a small town.
Actually, you probably
not
could do
okay.
that in a small town.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. There was a ooh. Never mind.
But here's the thing about the small town comment. I'm like the small town.
We're
song.
from a small town.
We're from a small
that
town.
shit happens there, bro. Robberies, carjackings.
Yeah, it's
people
like-
are definitely gay and
like-
black. You'd be so surprised.
Yeah,
They're
it's
everywhere.
like everything you said that you can't do in a small town. It's like contrary to Jason Aldeans' belief, it happens in a small town.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Yeah,
where
but
is this
it's
Jason
so-
Aldean from?
It's so weird to find out that all races are everywhere and are definitely in small towns too.
For any of those that are just tuning into I Didn't See It, But I Believe You. I'm Doug. This is Joel. I'm Doug. We're pretty out there. Pretty weird. Pretty strange. Has some pretty open-minded beliefs.
I'm a bleeding heart liberal through and through. Fuck it.
And guess what? We're from a small town
Yeah, dude, and I
in
love.
South Texas.
I get down with some weird prawn.
And it's just weird because like when you go there, yes, that is in the fabric of those communities, like being like, like I stand with Jason Aldean posts and shit like that.
for sure.
It's like, yeah, that's there. But there is a huge chunk
Of not those kind of
that
people.
in small towns.
And no, let's keep on this fuck Jason Aldean train. You know what small town he's from? Macon, Georgia.
Oh, is he really?
Which is a city.
Macon's a suburb of Atlanta.
It's a small city. What?
Well, I mean,
Look at the population compared to
I
a real small
understand,
town.
but like when you get out there, like being somebody that lived there for a little bit, not in Macon, but in Douglasville, but like you can be in the country, in those towns pretty quickly.
140,000
But their country's not like our country. It's not like freaking pasture country. It's like pine tree country.
I love the pine trees.
Beautiful.
See, do you think maybe all these people just need to get high? Because how can you be racist and stoned?
I would like to think that's the case, but
They're just drunk, right?
You would not imagine. I mean, how many conservative, like borderline right wing, or even right wing that do?
I don't know. I've smoked with a bunch of libertarians, but they always start getting less libertarian the more they smoke. Like while they're high, they say really liberal shit. You know?
I don't know. Yep.
Dude, I just know that like one time I was on the phone with somebody and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just out checking out nature, man. It's beautiful out." And they're like, "You're just doing that because you're high." And I was like, "Yeah, but it's beautiful."
I don't do weed, and I like nature.
Yeah, what does that
doesn't make any
mean
sense.
though? Like I was just yeah, I'm high, but that's not why I'm enjoying nature.
Just having a cup of coffee on the front porch, enjoying nature.
What are you fucking? Are you on pots?
Are you high?
Dude, how many pots did you smoke?
You should
today?
be in. I would think you would want to be in a warehouse, whittling away at some fittings.
Look, I don't work there anymore, so let's just be very clear. When I was working at the warehouse, I was very high.
What warehouse?
Amazon, fuck them. Everybody was high, bro. I was smoking in the parking lot with my... everybody gets high at Amazon, guys.
I mean, I would imagine you don't have to go outside to smoke at any of your jobs now. That you can just do weed inside.
Oh, like vaping it?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
for sure. But like, and I did
eating
do
it.
that. What I did was I would take a bag of Sour Patch Kid edibles, and I would just eat like 10 of them every hour.
I learned about THCA last night.
Yeah, fascinating stuff, huh?
Yeah, THCA is an acid compound apparently, and it says it's not active until it is heated.
That's right. And then once it's heated, what does it become?
THC.
That's right, baby. So what did we learn about the 2018 Farm Bill? It's a fucking waste of time. Legalize it, Abbott, you stupid fuck. Try that in a small town. They smoke fucking hella weed in Cuero. There's like 8 fucking vape shops in Cuero, and you're telling me it wouldn't absolutely save the Texas economy fucking overnight? There's one next to my dad's church.
Yeah.
It's literally flanked by a vape store, a McDonald's, a liquor store, a vape store, a pharmacy.
Have you mentioned that you're in a small town right now?
I'm in Austin.
No, I mean, but like,
yeah. So I'm actually fucking living in a small town right now until September, and it is not what Jason Aldeans says it is, man.
I was like, dude, like, I mean, Wimberley's not a good choice, but like, Wimberley's kind of known for being a hippie haven.
Yeah.
And I went into that HB the other day. I'm like, oh my god, this is great.
Yeah,
it's like it's awesome. This is a small town.
I went to Brookshire Brothers in Cuero. Delightful.
Known for their fried chicken.
My dad goes hard on the food thing.
And their pea salad's not too bad either.
Ew, pea salad.
It's good.
Like peas or pee-pee?
No, like pea. Yeah, Joel, like piss.
Pee. Man, in high school they called me the 2-inch twister. What do they call you? 2 inches from the ground, bitch. Big old balls. Oh,
I was gonna say Pringles can. I meant tuna can.
It's fucking rounded. It's like an inch tall. It's just girthy as fuck.
From the ground, you dumb bitch.
Aw, dude. Okay, I want to talk about the Whataburger Digital Kitchen real quick.
He said 2 inches. Yeah.
Let's talk about that. So, the Whataburger. Do you want to get that pulled up on here? You have the softer hands. I'll definitely rock the world if I.
What am I doing?
Just pull up screen share and let's type in Whataburger Digital Kitchen. So. Whataburger has announced that they're opening a digital kitchen in Pflugerville, I believe, or maybe Georgetown. I can't fucking remember. Oh, actually, a plane crashed into a house in Georgetown today. I really hope everybody's okay. It looked not great.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good. Bitch.
Okay. So, there we go. That one.
This one?
It's got the pictures and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that sucks. I hope everybody's okay in that. What?
Is this sharing on
No.
our screen? So I want to talk about.
You can speak.
I want to talk about the implications of this. I'm actually not against it though.
Presentation or screen?
Screen and then tab. So, Whataburger is opening this digital kitchen where you will.
Oh, you fucking fuck you. Oh wait, no, we're right here.
Yeah, we're fine. It's still just loading.
Sorry.
Up. You know what? Okay.
There we go. Sorry, I just want to make sure that it's
X that out.
like what is this? Oh, Zodiac watch. That's a beautiful watch. I have been window shopping the Zodiac Seawolf. I'm not getting one.
Okay, so this is the Whataburger Digital Kitchen, and it will be. So what's going to happen is you're going to pull up. You're going to go up to one of those kiosks that are all around it. You're going to put in your order, and then apparently inside is AI that makes your food. You know, robotics.
What if there's just like a bunch of like fleshlights in the ads and stuff like that? Jesus, how freaking exposing is this?
I know, dude. But yeah, so I think it's really interesting because we've all been to. I think we can X off of it now. Let's just X off of it now.
Okay.
You just got to delete that tab. That's all you got to do.
Joel, I understand how to do this.
Hey, just click the X right there. So we've all been to McDonald's since they put in the order screens in there, and frankly, I do like them. I like them a lot. You can make so many changes and do so many things with it, and I think that kind of convenience is fun and cool. It's weird to me that it is inherently weird to think that no one's there and no one's working there, and there's this whole building where
Try to do that in a small town.
It
Put a robot in to take those small town people jobs.
Work. They will do it. It's happened at McDonald's. I go to the McDonald's in Cuero now, and there's people back there making the food, you know, but like no one orders at the counter. You come in, you do all that stuff, and then they just call your ticket.
How are they going to do that in a small town? Why would they do something like that in a small town, though?
And you should see, there's like so many different races of people working there. Shoot, try that in a small town.
No, yeah, but no, the digital is the way of the future.
I'm into it. I want every job to be automated. Dude, look, that pushes us so much closer to the Venus Project, because if you fucking take everything from everybody, you think people are just going to be like, well, fuck it, I guess the robots win. Fuck no, we're either going to have to get on board with the robots and start building sick-ass autonomous cities where we can just chill and be people and love and learn and embrace each other, embrace each other's cultures, and hate goes away and peace comes back and the atomic bomb is a thing of the past, and it's all beautiful. So let them take our fucking jobs. I don't like to work anyway, you know? Like, whatever.
That's a good point.
Who the fuck's out here trying to? Oh, I'd love to work forever.
What is the Venus Project again?
That's the Jacques.
Cousteau?
No, Jacques. Fuck, I can never remember his damn name when we have to talk about it. Just
Jacques Paki?
search Venus Project, and it's a Jacques something. I was obsessed with this dude and his absolutely bullshit daydreams back in the day. I still think it's fascinating. But
well, we talked about in the show. We talked about in the shows before this Venus Project. Joel, I am not about to start reading this,
just
dude.
type Jacques after Venus Project. So
Jacques Fresco.
Fresco, thank you.
Well, Jacques Fresco.
Jacques Fresco.
So, anyways, I'm assuming this is like I'm assuming the Venus Project is us integrating with the AI.
Well, the Venus Project is the idea that if everything's automated, then everybody can have the same standard of living because you can build these utopian cities because everyone just.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm 100% in. It's a fucking pipe dream, but if they're already automating everything, dude, I'm just saying.
But we always talked about those mega structures that they're like
the Freedom Ship and stuff.
Maybe, but there's like some mega structures that are like fucking like.
Yeah, like full cities and shit. Yeah, they
yeah.
got that fucking. They've got a plan right now for that cruise ship city.
Freedom City?
No, it's an actual. I think this one might actually happen. Freedom Ship is something that Joe Freddy told me about in 2005 and still hasn't happened. So.
Future cities futures. Anyway,
This dude could read, you know what I mean? God.
Dude, yeah, okay. I'm not much of a reader for those that don't know.
He supposedly is a big reader, though.
I'm not reading out loud. 10 future cities set to be built around the world. Damn. Joel, say something. I'm gonna look for this one.
Yeah. Do your thing. Honestly, and I'm just gonna throw this out there because I know it's supposed to be a vision of dystopia and like just not great, but I want to live in the world from Blade Runner. Flying cars and neon lights and fog and prostitutes and like its whole thing is fucking lit, honestly. By the way, saying lit kind of reminds me, dude, they're giving me such a hard time in this household for my slang because I've been around so many damn teenagers in early 20s at my last job that now I say things like mid and serving and let him cook. Let him cook, though, for real, because he's about to eat.
Yes, he's cooking.
He's about to eat, though.
You said he's cooking. Let him.
I said he's really serving. Let him cook.
Man, I can't find any of this stuff. I went down this wormhole so many long time ago.
So many long time. Man, it was the fucking candles.
Right.
It was the candles last time that brought the extra pizzazz. We ain't gonna burn them shits, though.
Dude, these motherfuckers are fucking going off that last show.
I'm trying to think of more stuff I've tried in a small town that I would not have done in a city.
Dude, I've done a lot of stuff in a small town that I've never done in a city.
It's weird how backwards that song is.
Yeah.
We glued fucking cardboard wings to the side of a Geo and drove it down a fucking airport.
It never happened.
It did happen.
No,
it's crazy that you think about making that up when four other people will back me that we did that.
Joel, it was my car, and it's not even a Geo. It wasn't a Geo.
It's not a Geo?
It was a Ford Fiesta.
Oh, shit. Well, we had them fucking cardboard wings on the side. We did about 95, flew straight up to the moon.
We did go out on the runway and drive around like crazy and like just hauling ass.
The wings, though.
No, there's no wings.
We had wings on our car that we put with cardboard.
Stop smashing this fucking
That's
table.
you.
No, it's us.
Oh.
Why?
Yeah, maybe put the year?
I don't know what year it was. That's what I'm saying. Put old.
Yeah, put 2003.
2003? Hell no. It was older than that.
There you go.
There it is.
Yep.
That it?
Yep. That's the one. And there was fucking cardboard wings.
No, it wasn't. So this is what I drove for a little bit. My grandpa gave me this car. R.I.P. Grandpa.
Whatever happened to the Mav?
Oh God, that thing. That thing's seen better days. So this is a Ford. This is a Ford Fiesta that Joel thinks that we taped wings to. We did not. But
I got a fun story. Do you remember when we went to? This is similar because it was the Geo, and I was thinking the Geo. But we went to Port A one spring break, and there was we were going fucking crazy. I know, like.
Was I there?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was me and you and someone else who's no longer with us, and somebody else, and remember they had the trucks and they were going, line them up. And they dug a huge fucking hole in the sand, and then you hear, and you look over, and here comes a Geo, and it goes, boom, and it just falls in the hole. And then the person who's no longer with us was like, Ryan, and started shaking it, and everybody just rushed it. That was a good time, man.
Yeah, that was fun.
Ah, shit. I really fuck with this hat.
You were down there one time. Somebody got freaking unlived down there. Remember that?
Yep, sure do.
That was crazy.
And we were all just right there.
I wasn't.
I mean, and
you weren't either.
Are you talking about when we were walking down the beach and all that shit was happening on the beach while we were walking down it?
I thought it was. I guess we were there.
We were there. We were like there.
Yeah, I mean, we were there, but I guess we were there. Yeah,
we were there, bro. We were literally next to it. Well, I didn't see shit.
I didn't see anything either. I just remember people scattering and stuff. That's right. Yeah.
Crazy thing about Port Dave is that, like, if you really think about it, it's kind of a fucking shitty ass little place, but it's such a blast when you're the right age. One time, me, Jeff, Moffo, and I think Bluty, maybe not though. Let's just say me, Jeff, and Moffo went up there, and we had no plan of where we were gonna stay or anything, and it got to be like 3 a.m. and we were still just cruising around. Everything's closed, nobody's out. We were going in parking lots, and I'm slapping the side door, going, "Ladies, anybody want to talk? We just want to talk." Like, we're just being so dumb. And finally, we were like, dude, we're fucking tired, man. And like, we were supposed to do shit the next day. I think Jeff's girlfriend was going to meet us there with all her friends and shit. So we had to be there the next day. So we went and slept in the Shark's Mouth outside of that store.
Oh, yeah. What's that place called?
I can't remember, man.
Shark's Mouth store.
Yeah, that's how everybody calls it.
No, yeah. I had a lot of good times down there, too, with you and everybody.
Yeah, dude, it's been a fucking blast down there. I think the last time... Oh, man, remember when we got a Port Royale? We got a hotel room at Port Royale. Yeah. And Doug
got a hotel room at Port Royale.
For all of us. Not even just a hotel, a fucking suite with rooms in that bitch. We had separate rooms in that motherfucker.
You did that.
Yup. And Doug's got a fucking Coors Light 24-pack on his head. Like a hat.
It was Lone Star.
Was it?
Yeah, I don't drink Coors. I've never drink Coors Light.
You used to drink them banquet ones. You had your phase with those.
Yeah, but I wasn't then.
No, you're right. It wasn't. That's probably it was.
It's like Lone Star Light or maybe
Natty. It was Natty.
Yeah,
bro.
Natty or
or Keystone.
Yeah,
I bet it was Keystone.
I bet it was Keystone.
You boys loved that shit. That was back when I just snorted No-Dos and Adderall.
Dude, there was like a time. There was a time where like before Lone Star Light came, like there was like Lone Star Light and Natty, but they were like in high school, dude. Like. Not that we drank in high school, but Keystone.
I didn't drink in high school.
Keystone was the fucking go-to beer. I don't even know if they make that anymore.
Yeah, I see it all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Yeah.
Bitter beer face. Remember?
No.
That was their ad. Bitter beer face.
It's not. It's not bitter. It's water.
Friend Simulator. Remember when you said that's what we were?
We are Friend Simulator.
Because everybody's just listening to this. It's like, yeah, you're in this conversation.
You guys are our friends.
I have literally had people that listen to us that say they scream at the fucking radio when we're saying shit wrong.
Fuck off. If you've got something to say.
Why are you doing that?
Come on the show and say it then, pussy. Try that in a small podcast.
You're so aggressive to like the customers and stuff. It's wild.
What do they do for us? The fuck is this? This is like being in an abusive relationship. Now they're gaslighting us going, we don't even really like the show. We just listen to hate on it. Well, fuck.
I was kind of just gaslighting you. I was kind of just pulling you along. And none of that's really true.
Well, you know. Dude, wait.
You feel bad now?
No, fuck these guys. This jackass has a Coors mirror right behind his head. I don't fucking drink Coors.
I do drink Coors every now and then.
I just pay for badass.
I don't really drink
much
beer anymore. I drink and I really haven't been drinking very much. But I'm going through one of my breaks or whatever. But like I typically drink booze. Speaking of which,
what you got for us? Douglas Christ.
Holy fuck, Douglas Christ.
Tell us about it.
Take a shot.
No, I have a 2-hour commute today.
Go.
No, thank you. You see what's happening, guys?
Drink. No, don't.
No, I'm just kidding, bro. I literally have a 2-hour drive.
I'll say that's strong stuff, and knowing you drink the rest of it.
Are you fucking knowing me? The guy who doesn't even drink liquor is gonna grab a random clear bottle and just pound it?
I would.
I got the work, guys. I got a leg cramp.
Some people say they don't. That this is like has a mixed bag.
Tell them what I'm doing right now.
Joel's stretching his long ass weird leg, dude. Your ass looks insane.
Like good?
No.
Oh, I've been working out.
And so, you guys from Oaxaca, fresh cane juice. Some people like in the rum agricole world don't. It's not they don't care for this brand. They're just like they don't agree with the process of it. I don't know.
We'll break it down. Why don't they agree with it?
I'm not exactly sure because I've never actually been to any of these distilleries, but like apparently rum agricole, which is fresh cane juice off of Martinique Island, the moment it's harvested, it's pressed and goes straight to fermentation. Apparently Paranubis lets it hang out for a little bit longer, but I like it because it's pretty funky. And Paranubis is like one of my favorite bottles ever. And so I recommend it. I love it. I think it makes an amazing daiquiri, especially if you're wanting to get a little wild. Just do 2 ounces, man. It's freaking strong, though. It's 114 proof, so yeah, just a little bit goes a long way. It makes a great tea punch too, I think, and that's essentially rum, cane sugar, and lime muddled up, and I put it on ice. But
sorry, dude, I just have to give props to this dude real quick. I bought an out of print. Or not out of print, but like a sold out boutique version of Showgirls a couple of months ago.
Sure.
And it's an amazing fucking set. It was not cheap. And it showed up and I watched it and I really enjoyed it. Like I didn't find anything wrong. Well, the dude just messaged me, the dude who sold it to me 2 months later, and he's like, hey, I just found out there's an audio issue on that, so I got you a replacement disc. I'm sending it to the same address. What a cool fucking dude. I literally forget about shit once I sell it.
Dude, yeah. That's nice.
That's good. Good custy servy. Tell me more about that rum. I was not listening.
No, I have nothing to say. I mean, it's on there. You can dive in some other time.
You can dive.
I think dude, here's the thing about you, dude. Like
Here we go. This should be great.
What?
He's going to say that I talk too much on a show that requires me to talk for an hour.
I wasn't going to say that. You know what? I just don't have anything to say. You're just on one today. You're not even, I guess you're like caffeinated.
I feel great. So this morning I had a 12-ounce Red Bull, a 16-ounce coffee, and then a 16-ounce sugar-free Monster. I am fucking buzzing, bro.
Yeah, I could use a little bit more. I'm gonna grab some more coffee.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna hit this weed pipe and talk to my friends. Because you guys are friends. We're friendly. We all love each other.
Oh, Joe, you're just kind of mean.
I'm mean. I'm fucking mean. I'm sitting on the couch next to this dickhead last night, just trying to be a good guest and carry conversations. He goes, you talk way too fucking much. I'm like, all right. So I go back to watch the video, and then like an hour later, I say something. He goes, dude, you talk. So shut up before I fucking kill you. And I'm like, dude, I'm your best friend, bro. I'm your brother. Like at your house, and he hit me. And like honestly,
Joel, I may have said you're talking too much, but I didn't hit you.
He hit me.
No, I didn't. That's a lie. That's bullshit.
He hit me. He didn't hit me. I thought about hitting him though for being such a fucking piece of shit. It's like Barbenheimer. Who went? I fucking went. Douglas did not go.
I have not gone yet. I would like to.
So we're going to keep it spoiler free as fuck because I want everybody to experience it. I cannot fucking recommend not just either individual movie because I can. And like I'm going to go on a little tangent here, but both movies separately are fucking great, man. I gave Barbie a 9. I gave Oppie a 10. And like, I get like it's a meme and it's like it is annoying when something just comes out of nowhere and takes over pop culture, and so I totally get, like, I know some people are already super sick of hearing about it. I'm starting to see some blowback from it on Instagram and shit, people just kind of being like over it, but honestly, theaters needed this so fucking bad. They needed it so fucking bad. It has been a terrible summer for the theaters. Everything's flopped. Fucking Flash, Indiana Jones, Elemental, Dungeons and Dragons. Dude, there have been so many big budget flops this fucking summer.
But Dungeons and Dragons had like it was a good movie.
It was
apparently.
A great movie. I love it, but it had a $120 million budget and it made $30 million or something like that. So it's just not great. And The Flash is now the biggest bomb in film history. It's worse than John Carter. Its official numbers are now worse than John Carter. And maybe that doesn't mean the same thing when we break down the marketing costs and shit, but I think we're going to find out very soon that we were wrong about how much that movie cost. My theory, because listen, Indiana Jones was supposed to only be a $300 million total budget. We're talking filming, right. We're talking filming and marketing. But it was revealed a couple weeks ago that it was actually 300, then the marketing budget. So we're talking 450, close to $500 million on the budget, and it made fuck all. It is right behind The Flash. It's just an absolute disaster. And The Flash, they are lying about the budget. Everyone keeps parroting this $100 million budget, which is fucking possible. They shot that shit for like years, you know what I mean? So many reshoots and shit. And then the marketing, dude, I saw Flash shit fucking everywhere. Are we really gonna pretend like they didn't spend at least $100 million on that? I'm assuming that shit is closer to 350, 400 than what they've said.
Even without Homeboy doing all that dumb shit.
I really don't know, man. I don't know. I think they fucked up in three ways. One, by not just cutting him out and recasting it when all this shit started. God, it would have made it take way longer, I suppose. But shit, man, it really did end up seeming like it had an effect on it. B, they did free preview screenings for weeks leading up to it. So all the biggest fans who would have paid and gone to see opening night went weeks in advance, and they just kept offering those and offering those. That's how I saw it. I just went to a free screening at AMC.
I saw it.
And then the third thing is that they, man, I really can't understand why the CGI is so bad. I'm not the kind of person who really bitches about that shit too often. It is insane. It's like watching a fucking PS4. I'm not going to be one of those dickheads who over-exaggerates and says it's like watching a PS2 game, but it is very close to watching a PS4 game. It's a fucking movie. It should not be that. And the craziest shit is this cameo thing at the end. I'm sorry. I'm about to spoil all the cameos in Flash.
Hold on. I thought you were trying to talk about Barbenheimer.
We're going to get into that, but Flash pisses me off, and it's gonna reiterate why Barbenheimer is so important.
We did play, just to say, Joel and I did download Twisted Metal 2 on PlayStation 5 last night, and it was really fun at first because cool, but dude, it was
visually impossible.
It was like hurting our brains. Anyways, back to you.
But so here's the thing. At the end of the movie, there's this multiverse thing or whatever where they all these cameos. It's supposed to be this big deal or whatever. But here's the thing. There's multiple things wrong with the cameos. The first thing wrong with the cameos is that they have George Reeves as Superman in there. George Reeves killed himself because he was typecast as Superman. Me and you and Cody went and saw a whole movie about that with Ben Affleck, Hollywoodland. Remember that shit?
Dude, Joel, I have no idea why you do this to me. You always put me in shit I was never in.
You and Cody went and saw Hollywoodland. You and Cody hated it. And I was like, I guess it was all right. We saw it at Cinemark in Victoria. We definitely did. It was, it doesn't matter.
Never heard of that movie.
Yeah, because it's extremely bad and forgettable.
Whatever.
But that was a movie about that. About how that dude was Superman and fucking hated it or whatever. And then he's in the movie as Superman. That's so fucked up. And then Christopher Reeves is in it, whatever. That's fine. But then the craziest shit. They have Nick Cage as Superman fighting a mechanical spider, which comes from the original scripts that were being passed around for the Tim Burton Superman movie that was going to star Nick Cage back in the day. Here's the craziest shit that they did.
I'm listening.
They shot it with Nick Cage, okay? He was there. And then they overlaid on top of him the worst CGI you have ever seen. It's baffling. So anyway, fuck the Flash. Let's talk Barbenheimer. So it was nuts to me, after how shitty the summer has been for movies, to walk into a theater in Victoria, Texas, which is a smaller town, on a Thursday at 3 o'clock, dude. A Thursday at 3 o'clock in Victoria, and Barbie was lit up like a fucking Christmas tree, dude. Hundreds of people of all fucking races and genders and ages, all in pink. Everybody in such a good mood. Everybody just taking pictures and waving at each other going, "Hi, Barbie," to people they didn't know. You know, like it was infectious, dude. And then you get in the theater and the movie starts, and I was excited for it, but I was like apprehensive, like there's no way this is going to pan out for everyone in the theater. But it did. Everyone in the theater just losing their minds, laughing at the right times, clapping at the right times, cheering at the right times, crying at the right times. That movie is special, and I love the fuck out of it. As just a regular old boring straight dude, it was so fucking good. And it was like, the conservatives are losing their shit because it makes sort of a joke out of like the idea of patriarchy and shit. And get fucked, dude. Get fucked. It's a movie about Barbie.
I haven't just called you. I mean, I was just seeing all these things about people being like, it's anti-man or whatever.
It's a Barbie movie.
And I haven't even seen it yet. And I was like, it's Barbie.
It's Barbie.
It's like, what,
it's not even that's anti-man. It's that in the movie, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but in the movie, the conceit is that this is Barbieland, not Kingdom. You know what I mean? This is the Barbieland, and it's specifically for Barbie to be able to do all these incredible things that she does. What am I doing? This?
Is that your phone?
What about it?
Look at that.
There's nothing on it. Oh, I have your shit muted.
What?
I have to, because I have everyone who texts me often muted, because otherwise it goes nuts.
Sponsors are back.
They are! Okay, shit, all right. Looks like we got a big sponsor. So before I get into Barbenheimer, we're going to take a real quick second to talk about AC Me Nuts! If you're like the rest of us that I didn't see it, but I believe you network, you know that sleeping is a big part of our daily routine, 12 hours or so to be exact. But what is worse is the sheriff beating down your door without a warrant, knowing that his accusations won't hold up in court, but he doesn't care, because he just wants to expose you for what you've done to this community. You're a sweaty crotch. I hate that. Now there's no need to worry, thanks to AC Me Nuts. I know you've probably seen these new comforters that keep you cool through the night. Lame! With AC Me Nuts, all you do is hook up a small house from your AC. A small house? I think this dude meant hose. Hook up a small hose from your AC unit to the proprietary hookup in the crotch of your underwear. Proprietary because we got the patent. Try the extension from balls to scalp. Because you need your head to stay cool too, am I right? AC Me Nuts, chill out in your dreams. Use code MARBLES to get 15% off and tell them I didn't see it, but I believe you sent you. That's great. I'm glad we got sponsors again. It's been a long time.
That was an ad from like one of the first episodes.
Let's see if I can find an ad for you.
Oh, no.
Nah, that's all right. Well, so Barbie, great movie. It was really just infectious. I actually, hey, spoiler alert, I'm working on a cover of the Billie Eilish song, What Was I Made For? It's going to be fucking banging. I kill it. I sing it beautifully. You guys are going to love it.
What? I said I was going to cover a song too.
Yeah, you said you're going to cover Dishwalla.
No.
Yeah. What does it feel like to be a god in a small town?
No, I'm probably. I mean, maybe we can do a rework of Jason Aldeans in a small town.
I'm fucking pissed because my entire life's plan since I've been in my 30s has been to write a vaguely
not so vague racist song about being from a small town.
Thinly veiled song about racism. No, my dream, dude. We can call Dan G about this. We could call so many people that we've made music with about this. I have paired Dan G, our Lil D.
Oh.
I've been parroting this.
Lil D?
I've been parroting this plan since I used to do Adderall. The number one thing I've wanted to cover my whole life was Sheryl Crow, If It Makes You Happy.
Good song.
Yeah, guess what? Me and the old ex-wife were watching a movie earlier this year. Some beautiful scene happens, and guess what? A dude singing it exactly how I'd been planning on singing it for 5 fucking years.
Yeah, that's a bummer, man.
You sleep too long and they'll wake you up with bad news. Like your song's been covered and it wasn't your song to choose. Try that in a small town. And bust out news.
Did you make that up?
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's pretty good.
Hey,
I'm pretty clever.
I'm a beautiful singer, but I keep it all veiled behind ironic humor and being a real dick.
Keep it veiled behind rose-colored glasses.
Yep. When I sing bad, oh man, I'm about to throw somebody under the bus, but I'm not going to name them. You want to hear the funniest shit I've ever heard? It's twofold. So
yeah.
We used to record with this dude, and he was a really great guy, and he's also no longer with us, and it was actually pretty tragic. So R.I.P. to him. But we had a producer back in the day named Bobby, great fucking dude, and somebody had come into his, and we were like very good friends with him, so he would kind of tell us shit that maybe like a normal person running the studio wouldn't be telling him about other bands, you know. And we went in there one day and he's like, you guys have to fucking hear who I recorded yesterday. And we're like, all right. And it was some dude who apparently just called him like the day before and was like, I'm in a metal band. We're ready to go. We're raring to go. We got vocals. Like, let's go. And he's like, come on in. You know, so they came in and the dude tells him, hey man, so just so you know, I'm just going to do all the screaming vocals. And at the end, don't worry, I do my own fade out. And he goes, rah, rah, rah. We all made it our ringtone for like years. So anyway, that same dude was producing an album for another band with some people we knew, and apparently the vocalist was super off key in places and kept telling him, no, don't worry, I'm doing that on purpose.
One time, Joel, I was at that studio, and I was in Victoria, and I was in the Red Rocket. I had your truck, and I was going to pick you up in San Antonio.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was going to pick Joel up in the studio, and I was going to pick Joel up in San Antonio. I don't even know why, but I had your truck.
Interesting.
Well, you're like, hey, will you come pick me up in my truck? So I have my truck. I'm like, yeah, sure. And then we'll just ride together. Wherever. I don't know where we were going. You don't.
The He Is Legend show is where we were going.
But we weren't in the Red Rocket for that.
Right, we weren't.
But anyways, so it's something like that. Yeah. And so we're in your truck. I'm driving. I'm by yourself. I'm driving through Stockdale and I get pulled over. And I happen to call you. I'm like, dude, I'm getting fucking pulled over. And you're like, just so you know, there's a bunch of drugs in my. You're like telling me all the
Adderall and shit.
Adderall. She goes, oh, dude, there's a bunch of Adderall and stuff under that seat. Just so you know. I'm like, and it's like right on the window, right? And you're saying that. And I'm like, all right. And that cop is just like, is there anything in the car? I'm like, no. And he's just like, all right. And then like he got a call and had to zoom off.
Does that ever does that ever happen to you any other times?
It wasn't in your car.
No, well, dude. So I got pulled over in Gonzales,
of all places,
in the Saab, and I had a fairly nice Saab, and I had a goat head, I think, like a skull, you know, that Jeff had gotten and cleaned up for me, and he had zip tied it to the front. It looked sick as fuck, but my registration was out, and I was speeding. And I had an ounce of Bud in the console, and I was flying through Gonzales, dude.
An ounce of Budweiser?
Yeah, I was about an ounce of the BL, about that T beer for the people with low T. I love Bud Light, by the way, guys, just because of what they did. I buy it just to pour it out because I don't drink it, but I buy it to support them, and I hope they put more people on their cans. Put me on their fucking can. I'm all for it. Jason. Aldean. Mister. But anyway, so I get pulled over, and the cop comes up, knocks on the window, and I am very, very high and very on Adderall. And and I'm like, he's like, license and registration. And at the time, I did not have a license. Yeah. I don't, you know, but I was like, I don't have my license, like the actual license, but I can tell you the number. And I'm like, oh, this is not gonna work. And I tell him the number. And he goes, cool, man, you know why I pulled you over? And I go, oh, is it because of the goat skull? And he goes, what? And he goes and looks at it, and he goes, no, it wasn't because of that. And I go, oh, it was the registration? He goes, no, you were speeding. And I was like, shit. So he walks away, and he comes back, and he's like, hey, man, your license comes back as suspended. I was like, oh, it's not. That's weird. And he was like, oh, all right. I was like, oh, shit. And he goes, I'm not going to lie. The inside of my car at the time was not clean. And it wasn't like dirt. It was just like I had a bunch of junk in there. You know?
Gross.
Yeah, just a bunch of junk, papers and shit.
Junk.
And CDs everywhere and stuff or whatever. And he's like, hey, man, you mind if I search your car? And I went, dude, I have stuff to do. This is ridiculous. And he went, all right, man, well, no problem. You have a great day. Didn't even give me a fucking ticket for speeding. I thought, guess what? I just had to get all my license and shit again because apparently since then, I really haven't had a license. I went to get my license and they're like, dude, you haven't had a license in over 5 years. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know? And I was like, I said my number and they're like, yeah, nah, not for like 5 years. That's why I had to take a driving test in Victoria with some lady. And I was telling her, I was like, dude, I've been driving for 20 years. What the fuck do you want me to do? She's like, take a left, take a left, take a left, take a left. Here's your license. It was so annoying. It cost me, I had to take defensive driving courses. I had to take a 6-hour video course at my parents' house. It was a huge pain in the ass finding out that apparently I hadn't had a license.
Damn.
Pissed.
Well, you got it now.
I got it now, and let me tell you this fucking bullshit. Then we'll get into Oppenheimer. These motherfuckers, I see the first picture, and it was bad. And I was like, look, guys, can I just do another one? And she was like, oh, fine. And she let me take another one, and it was the only time in my life I got a good driver's license picture. Got the driver's license, guess what picture they fucking used? What the fuck? I get why they did it. I would have done that too to me. That's just rude. So anyway, leaving Barbie, I was flying high. I was feeling so good about things. It ends on such a good note, and I left the theater, and I had to write my review for Barbie, eat dinner, and then go directly back to the theater for Oppenheimer. So I just walked back across to the mall, and
I have no idea what you just fucking said.
That's all right. So I went back across the mall, which is in the parking lot, and I ate at Tony Roma's Pizza or Nikki's Roma, whatever.
Is it still there?
Yeah. And it was not what I remembered. I'll just say that. So anyway, so I write my review. I go back to Oppenheimer, and honestly, this is Thursday, so I'm thinking there was no real like indication if Barbenheimer was gonna really catch on outside of the internet, you know? I fucking walk up to Oppie, and what do you know? Fucking tons of people that I was just with at Barbie, full fucking groups of girls in pink, and I'm not. Don't get me wrong, this isn't some like, oh, I'm surprised girls like that. But to be very clear, these are two worlds apart movies-wise. And they are it takes a certain kind of individual to want to backdoor those two things together, you know? But there they were. And everybody just sat quietly through Oppenheimer, which is an amazing movie and Christopher Nolan's best, and just sat there quietly and took it all in. And at the end of Oppenheimer is so fucking heavy. There's an exchange between Oppenheimer and Einstein that ends the movie, and it's devastating. It's just the scariest, it's just the movie fills you with this existential dread like no other movie that I've seen recently does. And I've seen a lot of people be like, yeah, it's just a bunch of white dudes talking in rooms about bad shit they're going to do. But it's like, dudes, yeah, that's what, generally, I suppose so. But these dudes changed the course of history forever. We're talking about the dude who made peace non-viable forever. And like, there's so much morality to grapple with in that, and so much fucking, dude, the movie's fantastic. And it ended and everybody's just so quiet and just like filing. You can tell everybody's just digesting it. And then to come and wake up this morning and see that like this is a massive weekend for the box office, 380 million between the two of those movies, dude. And it's like, we fucking did it, boys. Barbie and Nolan saved cinema, dude. Barbenheimer straight up saved the summer. Because to be very clear, we were all expecting Barbie and Oppenheimer to do well, but nothing like this. The truth is that we all assumed that Mission Impossible was going to do really well because of Top Gun Maverick last year. Have that Top Gun bump with Tom, you know?
Yeah.
It is bombing hard as fuck. And I've seen it. And it's fantastic, too, but it's bombing bad.
Bummer.
Yeah, so anyway, this is great, and the theaters needed it. Barbenheimer, 10 out of 10 experience. I want to talk to you guys about it. Comment down below. Did you go see both of them? Did you go see just one of them? If you saw both of them, which one did you like more? What'd you love? What'd you hate? You know, I want to know all that stuff. I love the shit out of them, man. I've got the Barbie soundtrack in my car. I was backdooring Knocked Loose and fucking Barbie all the way up here, dude.
Nice.
Knocked Loose, I can't stop with either. Big shout out to those dudes. I can't wait for that record.
Yeah, they're kicking ass. Definitely kick ass. Tour de France ended yesterday. That was pretty good.
Yeah, who won?
Jonas Vingegaard.
What state? I mean, what country?
Denmark. He's a fisherman, or he's a fish packer, young guy. And then how I have it, the way he was even found, there's an app called Strava. It's like, it's an exercise app. And everybody's looking at it like, there's some dude in Denmark that's like smoking records. Huh. And they're like, go check him out. And it's him. And they're like, you want to fucking be on a bicycle racing team? He's like,
I love that.
He's like, yeah. And now
is this his first tour?
It's his second. No, it's his third or fourth, but he's won 2 tours already. He won last year. And Pogačar, who is he's 25, so this is his last year to be the white jersey holder, which means the best rider up to the age of 25. After that, it's different. Anyways, they had the best rivalry that I've ever seen, and I've been watching the race for how long now, And so it's like best rivalry I've ever seen come to fruition, and then it's comparative to like Le Mans and Hanol in the 80s, but even better. Anyways, it was just such an amazing race. You saw a little bit of it,
yeah.
But dude, it was so freaking great. Some legends have left the tour. First one to be noticed leaving the tour is his last tour. Unfortunately, it was a bad crash in stage 8. Was Mark Cavendish. That was really upsetting for me because he's my favorite rider.
Where's he from?
He's from the Isle of Man.
Cool.
And he's from the town of Douglas.
He got hurt.
Yeah, he got in a crash, broke his collarbone in stage 8. But the thing about his thing, for those that are watching Tour de France, he had the potential to win his 35th stage. So the race, like every day, is considered a stage, and that would have broken the record of Eddie Merckx, who has 34. Now they're tied, and so he broke his. He's older too. He's my age, and so he's like. To sprint with these younger bucks is it's really asking a lot, but I felt like he could have really done it. It's a long, 21 stages and there's some really serious sprinters, whatever. But even like Wout van Aert had to drop out because his kid was born, and then Fabio Jakobsen had to drop out for injury, and so there's like. That if he didn't get injured, he could have. I guess it presented itself that even with his age and maybe not having the legs to win the sprints against those young bucks, he still could have created a scenario to do so to get to 35. Anyways,
well, can we go back to the beginning of the tour though? Because the last time I was here, we were watching, and one of the dudes had asked, "Can I win this leg?" And the coach was like, "Nah." What was up with that? Like, so they're just sort of picking and choosing who in the group can take it. If like
either he's telling him either a teammate is like in a position where he's like, I can win this stage. And he's like, can I go? And he's asking the coach, can I go for it? And if he says no, even if he's in a position where he knows he can win, he has the legs, he has the positioning, he has the time away from the peloton or whatever it may be in the breakaway. If a coach says no, it's probably because they have somebody picked out, their all-arounder, their team leader that needs to win. Because if you take the glory of winning, everybody wants the glory of winning the stage on the Tour de France. And it's, of course, that's like one of the biggest things other than winning the GC or the yellow jersey.
Point.
Yes, but it's like, but the team winning as a team is way more important.
Sort of like NASCAR, or like
So it's like if it's like Pogača or Vanguard, Vanguard. His name is Vingegaard, and if weird to say it, but in Denmark, in his dead, they literally interviewed his father, and he said it's Vingegaard.
Like vinegar.
Vinegar. Yeah, it's really hard to say.
For sure, guy.
But anyways,
try that in a small town.
And like in Pogača, his name is Podcar, and it's Pogača.
Weird.
Yeah, he's Slavic. But anyways, so these dudes, so a coach would be like, you can't do that because be like, wow, this happened with Wout van Aert and Jonas Vingegaard. Actually, this is a scenario that happened last year and was kind of happening this year. Like. And Wout won a stage when he wasn't supposed to. And it's like, yo, dude, like, yeah, you got your glory and all that, but
but at what price?
But you fucked up our chances because you're not eligible. You can't win every single stage, and you're not going to have the yellow jersey at the end of this no matter what because you're our sprinter. And we need you to win sprints and not be a GC general classification. We need that for Jonas. And they had another teammate. I can't think of the name of his head right now. Primo. And so like it's like for one of those guys, and you fucked it up because you took away time from them, and the GC means whoever has the best time overall. And if you're like winning stages, you're obviously getting the best time of that stage. And we're talking about like Pogača and Vingegaard had like a 10-second time differential from being the leaders for a few stages there. So yeah, 2 or 3 seconds. It may not seem like a big deal, but it is. Anyways.
No, it's a huge deal at any race. 2 or 3 seconds is a long time.
Back to Cavendish. It was really sad to see because I really want to go. But hopefully, the team that he's on, I can't think of the name right now, offered him a spot next year. He'll be 39, but I really hope he takes it because I think it'd be really cool to see some history being made. Yeah. You know, it's like, what's the expression? Je ne sais quoi. Oh, no, dude. It's I rewatched. Anyways, the race was amazing, and can't wait till next year. I'm actually going to watch the. I was saying Vuelta, but it's Volta España. No, Volta España. I believe Vuelta España. I've never watched it, but it's essentially the Tour de France, but for Spain.
Oh, sick!
It starts in August. It's a 3-week race. It's a stage race. I am going to watch that one. It's going to be our first time to watch it because now it's on Peacock. So Peacock. Anyways, Peacock's a great channel, which we were talking about, our great stream service. But there's something I thought was really great. I watched this. I watched the Ruben
Studdard
Gardner versus the Russian wrestler. What's his name? Remember Kismet or something like that? Like, you know, it's like the iconic, the big Midwestern boy that won the gold medal wrestling all those years ago. But anyways, they're like. People wanted to see him win because Americans love underdogs.
Yeah,
and it was him against a Soviet who's like this looks straight out of a fucking video game. Yeah. Totally. He's like the Soviets but they want the Soviets want him to win because they're like, Americans love an underdog, but also the rest of the world loves history. Meaning like they want to see Americans want to see the underdog win, but the rest of the world want to see the best wrestler of all time. Concrete,
right.
Yeah, it's like really interesting.
So that's the same thing with like when you see
So it's the same thing with in the Tour de France. So,
right. I'll say it's the same thing like in that fight we were watching last week with that dude's last fight. You know, and like everybody was rooting for him.
Robbie Lawler.
Everybody was rooting for him to get that knockout, which
and he got it.
Yep, he sure did. But
boy, it was awesome.
But like I get it. Like that would be a situation where even as the other fighter, you almost don't want to be the one to like. I mean, to me, that feels like
you got to do it though. You got to be the one to break. If you can break people's hearts and if you can ruin someone's dream, you got to do it because that's the sport. Right, because if you bow out and be like, hey, you know, this is Robbie Lawler's last fight, I'm just gonna, you know, if you like back off the gas or whatever, if he knocks you out, that could be your last fight too, or like the race, like, you know, with like Thibaut Pinot, it was his last. He's a Frenchman. He had the opportunity to almost win his last Tour de France. And Peter Sagan's last Tour de France. Peter Sagan is one of my favorite riders, and Thibaut Pinot's he's a Frenchman, and it's his last stage to do on his last stage that he would ever ride before Paris, which at one point was 15 miles away from the house that he lives in. And the mountains were full of people going nuts for him. It's like, you would think that those riders would let Joel just leave the fucking house alone.
I feel bad.
You would think that the riders, you as a fan, be like, maybe they'll just let off the gas and let him win gracefully. But it's like, yeah, but if you let Thibaut win, what about next year? Or like when he's not here, and you're like, you could have won that stage
in between,
and
years,
you could have won that stage, but you didn't because you're trying to be a good sport. And next thing you know, you go the next 10 years of your life never winning a stage.
Yeah. Well, it's like in those videos where somebody's racing in an important race and one of them falls. I get so mad when the other person picks him up. Finish the fucking race.
It's like good teamsmanship,
heartwarming or whatever.
Yeah, it's like in good sportsmanship, but it's like, yo, dude, that could potentially be the only time you ever win. But there are those great lines. It's like, if that person got hurt, I wouldn't have beaten him. The only reason I beat him is because he got hurt.
Maybe that's the thinking.
Maybe that's the thing is. It's like, but if it's like, yo, I can beat you.
Yeah.
No matter what, and you got hurt, like, yeah, you got to follow through.
So did a NASCAR? This is going to be a weird.
I don't know anything about NASCAR.
But did a driver die last week in a crash?
I have no idea.
Okay, I might have imagined that. If you know about that, leave a comment down below, guys.
Yeah.
What a fantastic hour it's been to spend with y'all.
Thanks for watching. Please click here to subscribe.
Click here to watch last week's episode.
Yeah, like and comment. We really appreciate it, guys. And we'll talk to you very soon.
Subscribe.
This show is about Joel.
What's up, fuckers? Now we have to do the talking thing.
Oh. Joel.